Hello, welcome to another Domain 6 Mod Nation Showcase. Today we're gonna take a look at Middle-aged Tatalia Swamp Fortresses. This nation is based on the Fortress faction from Heroes of Might and Magic 3. I had to take a lot of creative liberties here, because none of the previous Heroes of Might and Magic nations had any blood magic. And I really wanted to include at least one blood nation into the lineup to make it a proper Dominion's thing. So let's take a look at this. The site produces 2 nature gems, 1 fire gem, 1 death gem, and 2 blood slaves. The units. First we have the Gnoll, who has a spear, leather armor, and a shield, swamp survival, and patrol bonus. Oh, look at that, another apostrophe is broken. I'll have to fix it. Overall, they have slightly higher strength than humans. They have natural protection of 1, which is, I guess, better than nothing. And they are basically the same as humans otherwise. Next up, we have the Lizardman Warrior, who has a short sword and a short bow, and a buckler and a hauberk. The Lizardmen have poison resistance, cold-blooded, and swamp survival. They also are slightly higher, slightly stronger than humans. They have natural protection of 5 and magic resistance 12, which is higher than normal. Gnome Marauders have Morning Stars and better armor. They also get a Pillager 1 bonus, and their skill is higher than that of a normal Gnoll. Next up we have the Serpentfly. The Serpentfly is not a real flyer, it's a floater. It has a weakening bite that deals some damage and also adds weakness. And a sting, so that's 2 attacks. They have size 3 but low hit points, low strength, but decently high skills for an unarmored being. And they have basic protection 5. They are animals with swamp survival, poison resistance, and undisciplined. Dragonflies also have fire resistance. They are slightly tougher and stronger than the normal serpent flies. They have basically protection, hit points, strength, and magic resistance at +1 compared to the previous one. However, their bite does not deal weakness but deals additional fire damage. The Lizardman Soldier has decent armor, finally. Two-handed weapon, however, so no shield. And decent stats. So that's your main soldier. The Horned Wyvern. This is a proper flyer. The Wyvern is a size 6 creature with strength 15 and 35 hit points, high magic resistance, poison resistance, cold-blooded, flyer, swamp survival, and animal. Not an undisciplined animal. They have 3 attacks: bite, gore, and a barbed tail that deals paralyzing poison. The capital only. Venomous Hydra that can be recruited only 1 per turn. This is your basically normal Hydra from Pythium or Pythium, I'm not sure. 5 attacks, but the number of heads decreases with damage. They're huge, they're sacred, they have regeneration, fear, blunt resistance, pierce resistance, susceptibility to fire, poison resistance, cold-blooded, swamp survival, recuperation, animal, dark vision, poison cloud, undisciplined, and unsurroundable. So they are strong, but you will not have many of them, and you better be careful fielding them near the gnolls, because they do not have poison resistance. Then we have some terrain recruits. The swamp trolls can be recruited in all non-fort swamps. You can only recruit up to 2 of them per turn. They have great clubs, they have no armor, but they have regeneration, susceptibility to fire, poison resistance, they do not need to eat, they have swamp survival and recuperation. They cost a lot, 55 gold. The river trolls can be recruited in all non-fort coastal provinces. They cost the same, they also have the same recruitment limitation. They have a bronze trident instead of a great club, and they are amphibious. In non-fort highlands and mountains, you can recruit a mountain troll, who is slightly more expensive. This one has mountain survival instead of swamp survival, cold resistance, and also wields a battle axe that deals 39 damage and can throw rocks, like a great pale one. They have limited recruitment because initially this nation was a little bit too overtuned and the trolls were overshadowing everything else. So I received some feedback back in Dominions 5 and this basically fixed the problem and made everything viable. Then, a fire hydra can be recruited in all non-fort swamps, but only if there is a hit scale. You can also recruit only one of them per turn, and they cost the same as the normal hydra. They have a heat aura instead of a poison aura, and fire resistance, and are susceptible to cold. An air hydra can be recruited in non-fort highlands and mountains, but that have a cold scale, I think. They have shock resistance but are susceptible to fire. They also have cold resistance. And their bites deal shock damage. And they are even more expensive. These ones also deal fire damage. So that's your troops. You have a great variety of troops and some interesting terrain and temperature scale requirements. Commanders. The Robber is a null scout. Nothing else to say here. The null sergeant is a null commander. A basic commander. Lizardman sergeant has a falchion and a short bow. And that's also a basic commander. Lizardman captain has a great sword and is a good leader. Clutch mother is a priest, a holy one, lizardman, lizard woman, I guess. And nothing else. Swamp mistress, nature 1, holy 2, with a 20% of getting another level of nature. A slightly better priest with some nature magic. A null witch, fire 1, death 1, blood 1. So that's the first instance of blood magic in the Heroes of Might and Magic game, mods. A null summoner, fire 1, death 1, blood 2, and a guaranteed random of fire, astral, death, or blood. So you can break into Banefire here, if you get lucky. The Swamp Sorceress has Water 1, Earth 1, Nature 2, guaranteed Water, Earth, Nature, and a 20% of a random of the same kind. But this mage can be used for some battlefield buffs. And the capital only, slow to recruit mage is a Null Reaver. It has Fire 1, Death 2, Blood 2, guaranteed Fire, Death, Blood, and a rare Fire, Death, Blood random, and a Blood Searcher 1. So that's a very powerful mage indeed. And they are dangerous, especially with Banefire spells. Okay, let's load the showcase version and take a look at the summons and heroes. We do not have that many. The summons, the Greater Basilisk, the Paralyzing Bite. You can summon a Greater Basilisk at Conjuration 2. That spell requires Nature 2. For 7 gems you summon 5 plus of them. The Basilisk have Poison Resistance, Cold-Blooded, Swamp Survival, Animal and Undisciplined. I guess they are okay. Then on Conjuration 7 you get Summon Mighty Gorgon. That's an Earth 2 Nature 2 spell. For 9 gems you get 1 Mighty Gorgon. This monster has Fear, Trample, it's huge, it has high protection, a lot of hit points, high strength, very poor skills, Hoof, Gore and Gaze of Death. That's a beam effect that kills stuff. Then on Conjuration 3 you can summon a Wyvern Monarch. That's a Nature 2 spell. For 5 gems you summon a Flying Commander. This is your only option if you want to have a Flying Commander that can lead other Wyverns for raiding. On Conjuration 4 you have Summon Chaos Hydra. That's a Nature 3 spell. For 11 gems you summon a Chaos Hydra. This is a Hydra that has slightly better stats than a normal Hydra, and all the heads are different. So the large head is a normal one. You also get a fire, air, frost and acid heads. So all the damage types are covered, and it is resistant to all the elemental damage types. Aside from acid, I should probably add it here. Okay, then on Conjuration 7 you get the Summon Colossal Hydra spell. That's a Nature 4 spell. For 17 gems you summon a Colossal Hydra. It's a size 10 creature with 150 hit points. It only has 3 heads. They bite. The Hydra has Fear, Regeneration, Trample, Poison Cloud, and it swallows on Trample. So it works like a gelatinous cube. Just gobbles up all the troops. That's cool. And finally, in Blood 6 you get the Summon Hell Hydra spell. That's a Blood 3 spell. For 24 slaves you get 1 Hell Hydra. Yeah, that's a Hydra with 3 heads ending in demonic torsos. It has a Golden Claw attack and claws. Why is there no trident? I'll see if this is a bug. It seems that it should have slightly more attacks. So the Hell Hydra also is a size 10 Hydra with Fear, Cold Susceptibility, Fire Resistance, Heat Aura. It's a demon. It has Dark Power, Ambidextrous and Unsurroundable. And let's take a look at the heroes. We do not have many, only 3 of them. First is the Lizard Archer, Wistan. He starts with a True Shot Longbow and is an Air 2 mage, your only access to air magic. The Lizard Wizard Voy also has Air 3, so that I lied. That's another access to air magic. And he has Sailing, but very limited one. And of course we have Beastmaster Tazar. That's an Earth 2 mage with Castle Defense bonus 30 and Beastmaster plus 2. And now let's take a look at the pretenders. Okay. In the Minion 3 we have the Hydra Tower. this abomination, a demonic abomination that attacks with spears. See, each spears attack actually deals 2 attacks, and javelins attack throws 6 javelins at once. Earth 1, Nature 1, Blood 1, Regeneration, Fear, Susceptibility to Fire, Poison Resistant, Demon, Swamp Survival, Recuperation, Supply Bonds, Dark Vision, Poison Cloud, Adept Crossbreeder, Unsurroundable. This Hydra Tower, it does not lose heads, I guess, torsos, upon taking damage. It's a very strong pretender. It got nerfed. It should be not overpowered now. But I did receive some feedback in regards to it in Dominions 5. It was way too strong, and it cost 300 points. It's expensive. The Swamp Dragon is a non-shape-shifting dragon that has a dragon gas, water 1, nature 1. Otherwise, all the normal draconic stuff. Ancient Wyvern has a retinue of 1d6 horned wyverns, air 1, nature 1, 4 attacks, bite, barb tail, gore, and spray poison. That's a beam attack, like a drake. And we have Lizard Queen, nature 1, blood 1, fire resistance, poison resistance, demon, and it has 1d6 serpent flies. And the Lizard King, fire 1, blood 1, also the same traits, that has a retinue of 2d6 Lizardman warriors. That's a concept from D&D. You know, the Lizard Queen and Kings are lizard folk, half fiends. And we also have the No Crown. That's a Blood 1 pretender with Blood Searcher 1, Patrol bonus 1 from Survival, and a retinue of 2d6 nulls. And that's it. Overall, this is a very strong nation. It was even stronger back in Dominions 5, but it received some nerfs, and people said that it's okay now. I hope it will see some play in Dominion 6, and I will see if I can add or change something. Thank you for watching, I will see you next time.